Hi there and welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa LaBarbera. Thanks for joining us. Coming up today, after an affair, is it possible to forgive, forget, and move on? Relationship counselor Dr. T.C. Charles Brantley is back to talk about his new book, Cracked Tiara, and has advice for rebuilding a broken relationship. And later on, I'm going to talk with Dr. Shotzi Vincent from Aspen Dental about the connection between oral health and our overall health. Over to you, Jocelyn.
I'm here with Mitch Marin and Executive Chef Carlos Casar from Fresh Salt at the Saybrook Point Inn. It's great to have you both back with us. This is going to be a lot of fun. I happen to love oysters, and I do remember that this is an R month. Is that something to think about when you're looking at ordering oysters?
It is something to think about, and we've got lots to show.
Oh, really? Okay. Now, what kinds of oysters do we have here, Carlos?
Wow, well, we have 6 different types of oysters, anywhere from the West Coast and East Coast and from Connecticut. So, you know, we'll explain all of them to you guys.
Very good, and you're also going to show us how to pair it up with wine. Is that right?
No question. We've got 6 lovely oyster wines from our oyster wine selection at the restaurant. And we'll talk a little bit about the relationship between oysters and what makes great wine make oysters taste even that much better.
All right, sounds great. All right, guys, take a look at this camera over here, and you know your lines. Go ahead.
Sit back and relax.
You're having lunch with style.
If you've been in an accident, injured, or hurt,
there's one way to get the maximum award that you deserve.
Get the power of Perkins. And now Jonathan Perkins introduces Right Track.
With Right Track, every case gets an investigator, an attorney, a case manager, and a team leader, all working to maximize your award.
And your Right Track team takes care of every detail.
There's nothing to lose and everything to win. So pick up the phone.
Call 800 Perkins today and let our team help you.
If you're considering home improvements this fall, you owe it to yourself to check out Advanced Window Systems. AWS is the only home improvement company used and endorsed by local celebrities with factory direct, high-quality windows starting at only $199 installed. Advanced Window Systems is locally owned and operated by the Lavoie family and their experienced team of professionals. Call for our fall special and save up to 50% on your heating bills this winter. Same as cash for 1 year if paid in full.
Window System, 1-800-841-6544.
Join us for The Chew, a new talk show that's made fresh every day.
Wait till you try this.
With expert advice.
My favorite prosciutto comes from Iowa, but fortunately, they deliver.
Dish towels, they make the perfect napkins for messy backyard barbecues.
The hottest trends.
Pulled chicken tacos from the Korean barbecue truck. Delicious.
And useful tips.
Smaller shrimp are less expensive and just as tasty in my yummy gumbo.
Join The Chew for a bite. Weekdays, coming Monday, September 26th, only on ABC.
In the celebrity world of cheating, scandals seem to be at an all-time high.
Well, most recently, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver's marriage of 25 years unraveled before our eyes, and the culprit, infidelity on Schwarzenegger's part.
But does an affair always mean the end of a relationship? Can you ever truly forgive?
In his book, Cracked Tiara, Dr. T. Charles Brantley talks about how to recover and heal your broken relationship, and Dr. T.C. is back with us today.
Thanks
it's great
for
to
having
have
me
you
again.
back with us.
How you doing?
Good
to see you.
This can really happen to anybody in a
Yes.
marriage and somebody who's in a relationship. You don't have to be married. So why is it that people have affairs in the first place? Why can't they just walk away?
Well, the issue is that people forget about what brought them together initially. You know, if you were a freak in the beginning of the relationship, all of a sudden after 4 or 5 years it dies down. People start getting relaxed and then start to take that for granted. And next thing you know, you're finding somebody else. That's what happens, really.
So it's all about people taking each other for granted.
It's taking each other for granted and not really putting the best effort. I brought my toy, SpongeBob.
Of course you did.
Yeah, you know, I bring my toys, yeah. But SpongeBob represents how women are. Women are sponges, and whatever a man puts into a woman from an emotional point of view, yes, I'll be nice, then that's what she's going to give back. That's what she's going to harvest to the man. So if you put bad stuff into her, then she's going to give you bad stuff back.
Well, let's talk about the difference between being married and
Yes.
someone has an affair versus being in a relationship.
If you're in a relationship, if someone messes up, then I don't see a need for you to stay in that. But if there is a, you know, after you're married, someone, there's a divorce, there's an issue right there, we got to back and say, why did it happen? What happened to the issue? Because nothing just happens out of nowhere. It is a slow process that destroys the relationship down the road.
But if
Go ahead.
I was
You're
just
double
following up
teaming
with
me.
that. But if before they get into a marriage and
Yes.
while they're dating and the guy or girl
Yeah.
is already a little bit straying a bit.
Oh my gosh,
Don't
run
do it.
away.
Exactly.
Run away before you
Don't
can.
do it.
But
A lot
people
of-
don't.
No,
Then
but
they're not smart.
Because,
Seriously. Why would you get involved in
Because
that?
women and men, we are washed with a hormone called estrogen for women and testosterone for
Testosterone,
men.
yes.
And we are totally engaged. We are swimming in lust. I love her. I love him. And then after things go out, you're seeing the signs, but you're not reading the signs. And that's why I have an affair.
I just feel like there would be no second chances if you are dating, you're not engaged, you're not married, and someone's cheating on you. It's setting up a stage for the
Again,
future.
I agree. If you're just dating, understandable, walk away. If you're married, no, we gotta work a little harder. It bothers me. Let me say this real quick. It bothers me. If your car breaks down, you don't turn your car in immediately. It's no good. No, you take it to a mechanic to get it fixed. Same thing in a relationship.
How can you ever forget, though? You're never going to forget this.
No, you're never going to forget, but you got to heal from it. I'm being tag team here, but you're going to have to go into counseling, get someone to help you to understand, listen, instead of doing no to each other, let's find someone to help us do yes to each other.
All right, women typically have a long memory.
Oh, you'll have great memories.
Okay, and the guys, they kind of shuck it off. Okay, it's over.
No. See, guys don't understand, like this dog is very attentive. When a man cheats, he must become very attentive to his wife. Whatever she says, he must do. He must serve her. He must, everything
Why doesn't he do that in the first place?
Well, that's the problem. Men are hunters, and once we have you, hey, we put you on the shelf. Hey, look at that bag. No, you have to continually to date you guys on a regular basis.
Very good. All right, what other things can couples do to try to save that marriage if they want to?
Well, definitely find a good marriage counselor to be very real with them. But also, the communication and the sex must go to another level. I tell couples all the time, how can you expect your marriage to get better when you're still doing the same sex position after 2 years? It has to change. Everything has to change in a relationship to make sure it doesn't go back to the old way.
What's in the book, Cracked Tiara? Tell us about this.
It talks about how once a man has done at least 3 months of consistency, the wife must start to forgive.
There's no must in there. She can think about it. She can consider it.
If she is going to stay in a relationship, she has to say, you know what, not going to forget. You're absolutely right. She's not going to forget, but I have to forgive him to go to the next level.
Or maybe you just decide it's not going to work out after 3 months.
Well, that's true, but 30 to 50% of people do stay in a relationship and they go for it and they become better.
Can most people stay monogamous?
Yes, they can, but it takes consistency and not taking each other for granted. The key thing that people don't understand is that rejection kills relationships.
Absolutely.
When you tell your spouse no, continually, no, he's going to find someone to say yes, yes, yes! And that's where you get in trouble.
I see. It takes 2 then.
It takes 2. And that's why I tell couples, don't just look at the husband. Yes, he did something wrong, no doubt about it. But wife, what did you do? Did you keep coming to bed with a football outfit? If you keep coming to bed with a football outfit, then guess what? He don't want to play football. He wants to play.
I have a feeling he'd still want to play football.
I'm just saying. All right, now, TC, after one, okay, let's just say there's one confessed affair. But after that first one, you forgive that person, and then if they do it again, that's going to be tough.
That is the tiebreaker, especially if they're in marital counseling. But hear me loud and clear. If the parent had issues with affairs, if the parents had issues with that, then there's a good likelihood that gene will go into that relationship as well.
What about the idea of, well, you did this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make it even, I'm going to even the playing ground?
That's the problem. Revenge doesn't work. According to text, that's God's job. If you have an affair, listen, we're not in Sandlot. We're not 5-year-old kids. Well, you did me, I'll do you. That's immature. Smart people say, listen, you know what? You did something wrong. I'm not going to do it back to you. Let's get some help and go further.
So let's be adults about this.
Let's be adults about it, because that's why you got married, to be adults, not to play games all the time.
Okay, and really quickly, the book is named what's called Cracked Tiara, but you got your inspiration
the inspiration came from Lady Diane, how she married Prince Charles, and in actuality, he cracked her tiara.
Absolutely.
All right, Doctor, thank you so much for being here.
The name of the book again is Cracked Tiara, and where can you get the book?
Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, or to our website, rest.org, rest.org.
All right, great.
Very good.
Up next, Fresh Salt at the Saybrook Point Inn features local oysters and oyster wines. When Connecticut Style returns, stay with us.
If you're between the ages of 40 and 85, Call 1-800-458-1700 now to find out more about Funeral Advantage. The average funeral costs over $9,000, but the most government benefits will pay your family is only $255, leaving your loved ones to pay the balance. Call now to learn how Funeral Advantage helps protect your loved ones. It pays up to $20,000 cash immediately for funeral and any other expenses. You must be age 40 to 85 to qualify. It's easy. No physical examination is necessary. And coverage starts as soon as you're accepted. To get free information about Funeral Advantage, call 1-800-458-1700 now. With Funeral Advantage, your rates will never increase, your benefits will never decrease, and your plan cannot be canceled. You'll also get a free planning guide to help carry out your wishes, so everything is done just as you'd want them to be. Funeral Advantage pays up to $20,000 cash to your family when they need it most. To get free information about Funeral Advantage and its benefits, call 1-800-458-1700 now. There's no obligation. Call now.
At Fresh Salt, the new restaurant at the Saybrook Point Inn, the menu is centered on fresh fish, vegetables, and other locally sourced ingredients. And today we're going to talk about oysters and oyster wines. Joining me now are Mitch Marin, the general manager, along with Carlos Casar, of Fresh Salt's executive chef. Welcome back, guys.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
You guys just opened in May. How was your summer season?
Fabulous. We were so busy, and there was so much excitement generated about the restaurant being open that it was just, I think, even more than we even expected.
Well, let's take a look at some of the pictures that you guys have with us here. And this is our first picture, and this is the main room?
That's in the main dining room overlooking the windows. And you can see the windows now, there are no mullions, all unobstructed views of the Connecticut River and the Long Island Sound.
And this is the place to have brunch now?
Yeah.
You're back to brunch now.
Well, we've been doing brunch, but we're now reverting back to the format that made us so successful and was so well loved and well liked by everyone that traditional brunch is going to begin this Sunday.
So that signature brunch is coming back.
It's coming back.
All right, very good. But you know what you guys do really cool is that you really do choose your food from the region.
Yeah. Yeah, we try to keep local, since I'm a member of the Farm to Chef program through the Department of Agriculture. So, we try to keep local. And there's a lot of oysters in Connecticut, There's
152 oysters, types of oysters, Mystic, No-Ank, Blue Points, just to name a few. But we also source oysters from the West Coast, Puget Sound, Totten Inlet, Connecticut, Maine, Spinney Creeks, the Cape. We do Wyandottes, we do Barnstables. Wow. So we try to keep things fun, fresh, different.
And each one has its own distinct taste, Carlos?
Yes. Well, there's some that are similar in texture, but the flavor changes depending on the place. The colder the water, the better. It changes the flavor, so...
Well, we talked earlier how I always look at it as an arm monthly. It's good to have oysters. We have our oysters in front of us. Are these oysters we can find now?
Yeah,
Very
all
good.
of them are available and, just around the corner.
And what do you have for us here?
Well, we have a few different types of oysters. I'll start with this one. This is from the West Coast.
Yeah, you can just leave it there and they'll...
That's Kumamoto.
Kumamoto,
which is
this
one
is
of the best
Kumamoto.
ones, yeah.
And then you have...
And then we have from the Cape, Guayano.
This is the one in the middle.
Yeah.
And then this
Mayflower from
Very good.
Massachusetts.
Great.
And then we have some from Canada. We have Totten Island, like Mitch mentioned. No-Anks, Blue Points from Connecticut. So.
Okay, when I shuck these oysters, Carlos, I always injure myself.
Yeah, me too.
Always. Do you do? Okay.
No. Well, that's why we have a little glove.
So what do we need to have at home in our kitchen if we're going to shuck our own oysters?
Well, one of these gloves that are made of wire mesh.
And what else?
A knife. There's different types of knives, but I always pick the pointy ones, kind of hard.
Okay, and now what do you do?
Well, the oyster kind of guides you. Like, it has a little hole right here.
So there's like a crack in there
already.
already?
You just go like that.
Okay.
And then you don't want to open it at once, because now you go with a knife like this, so that you don't break it apart. See, there's nothing in this side. So that's it.
And that's it?
Yeah, the oyster kind of guides you, you know. And some of them don't want to open, so maybe you should wait a little, you know.
All right, very good. And how do you serve it? What can you, a lot of people like it with crackers and Tabasco.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think oysters are one of those things that you need to keep the simpler the better. So, you know, we just do the cocktail sauce, the mignonette, lemon. I'm going to show you a little later a couple sauces that are also like a good, you know, cool take on it. So.
Very good. Now, what kind of wines can you pair up with these oysters?
Well, believe it or not, there are wines that are great. Typically, Sauvignon Blancs, and we have a Sauvignon Blanc from California, Albarino, which is a Spanish grape, Vernaccia, which is from Sardinia, Chablis, which is from the Côte d'Or region of Burgundy. And what we look for is we look for very well blended wines in terms of acidity. And so that there is a complement between the acidity of the wine, the flavor of the wine. Now, for example, we look at wines on the East Coast, they tend to be brinier, they're cleaner, crisper. I love a Sauvignon Blanc. I love a Vernaccia with it. If we look at wines that are creamier from the West Coast, for example, like Kumamoto's, like Puget Sound's, I'm going to tend to flavor a Chablis. I'm going to even tend to flavor a little bit of oak and Chardonnay.
Now, does it have to be really chilled, like really, really cold when you serve it?
Personally, I think in America, we tend to enjoy our wines really, really cold. And I think, unfortunately, what happens when you do that is you tend not to taste the true flavor of the grape. So I think you lose a little bit when wines are so chilled that they just blast in your mouth.
Now, with oysters, can you also have a red wine?
You know what? If I was going to drink a red, it's going to probably be something pink. I drink a rosé. I might even drink a rosé de Pinot Noir, to where it has a little bit of the jamminess of a Pinot, but still light, crisp, and clean. That'll still complement the oyster.
Very good. Carlos, we have less than a minute. You want to just tell us what kind of sauces you can put
course.
on these oysters?
Well, very simple. This is a Bloody Mary gazpacho. So the good thing is that you make your Bloody Mary however you make it.
Bloody Mary, okay.
And then we're just going to put a little cucumber.
And that's it?
Some tomatoes.
Oh,
right.
Cool.
Right here. Sorry.
There you go. You got it.
And then I have some oysters that are already open, and we're just going to throw them right in there with the juice.
Oh, that's elegant.
And then we have some celery leaves.
Very good.
A little balsamic vinegar. So you make your Bloody Mary however you take it, and then just throw them right in there.
Well, is that it for this one?
Yes.
All right, very good. Well, we just are running out of time, and just some fabulous things. Really quickly, you want to say something?
Very quickly, Farm to Chef Week, this week through the 24th.
Excellent.
Chef Carlos is featuring a 3-course menu featuring locally grown ingredients.
Very good. All right. Again, the address is 2 Bridge Street, Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Be sure to call for reservations, right?
Absolutely.
All
we
right.
look forward to seeing everybody.
Okay. Up next, Aspen Dental talks about the importance of a healthy smile when Connecticut Style returns.
Oh, wait, that was quick.
What a mess at this house in Hamden. Broken windows, debris in the yard, and uncut lawn. When neighbors had enough, they came to us.
I'm just getting physically sick over this house. Animals come out of there at night. I mean, it's disgusting.
Nothing has been done, and we want to know why.
Now we're happy to say that after our story, cleanup here has finally begun. Who's got your back? News 8.
This is not a story about forgiveness.
ABC's Revenge premieres tonight, 10/9 Central on ABC.
The Durham Fair has been a favorite tradition and the place to go for a day filled with good, clean, wholesome fun. From prize-winning livestock to amazing exhibits, fun is enjoying delicious fair food, exciting rides in the Midway, or a variety of entertainment. There is so much fun to be had at the Durham Fair.
Are your depression symptoms keeping you from living the life you want to live? If so, please call right now about our medical research study of an investigational medication to treat depression. Adults who qualify may receive study-related care and study medication at no cost. To see if you may pre-qualify, please call right now toll-free 1-866-330-9797 or visit ifeelblue.com 1-866-330-9797.
In these tough economic times, some people are dealing with difficult choices in terms of what they can afford and may even forego a doctor or dentist visit unless it's an emergency. Joining me now is Dr. Shotzi Vincent from Aspen Dental to talk about the importance of maintaining your oral health. Hi there and welcome to the show again.
Hi.
It's nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So how important is it to maintain your oral health when it comes to your overall health?
Actually, our oral health is the gateway to our overall health.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because a lot of times the bacteria that's in our mouth travels to other parts of our body, and it could lead to harmful things like diabetes, strokes, premature babies with low birth weights, and many things that you don't even realize, many ailments.
So how important is it to keep those 6-month cleanings?
It's really important to keep up with those 6-month exams, because if not, you know, if you let things go, not only one can it become very painful, but two, it can also become very expensive. So it's really great to try and keep up with your exam, you know, every 6 months.
So one of those problems could turn into gum disease, I'm assuming.
Yes, one of those problems could definitely turn to gum disease. But the thing with gum disease is that the beginning stages of gum disease is gingivitis. So if we catch it at that stage, that's good because it's reversible. But if you let it go for too long, it could turn into periodontal disease, and that could be destructive because that's where you could lose attachment to your teeth.
Okay.
So the earlier we catch it, the better.
Very good advice. So you also screen for oral cancer when you go to these exams every 6 months.
Yes, that's another important thing too. Oral cancer is on the rise, and especially for people that have a history of smoking in the past or smokers now, it's really important to do that. And at Aspen, we do offer a special oral cancer screening test, which is called Visilite Plus, and it's very simple to do. It takes like 2 minutes. So.
And there's a light? How does that work exactly?
Yes, it's a glow stick that we use. So we have the patient rinse with the solution, and once they're done with that, we use a glow stick. And any atypical cells end up glowing. So it's much easier for us to see them without naked eye.
All right, let's talk about dentures, people that have to wear them. How often should they go to the dentist?
Same thing, keep up with their regular exams every 6 months, but the American Dental Association does recommend that people change their dentures every 5 to 6 years because our mouth changes all the time, correct? With age, we lose a certain amount of bone, and when you don't have any teeth, your bone shrinks also. So if you don't change, then what happens is that they end up not fitting properly. They could cause sores in your mouth, and not only that, but it's harder to chew, and you know that could cause problems with your nutrition.
So maintain them.
Exactly.
Before we started, we were talking about the importance of flossing, and not everyone does it.
No.
But it's important to, right?
Yeah, absolutely, because first of all, it prevents gum disease, and second of all, it gets rid of that bacteria that could travel to other parts of your body that can cause other problems.
So you really should be doing it every day? You think?
Yeah, twice a day.
I love flossing.
Twice a day,
even better. Okay. So we were talking earlier about affordability. Are there options at Aspen Dental if you are running into tough economic times?
Yeah, we know times are tough right now, and we do accept any type of insurance, but we also offer many type of payment plans to help with affordability because, you know, we want people to come in and get the care that they need and the care that they deserve.
Because you cannot neglect your teeth.
No, you cannot.
Let's talk about your trip to Haiti, and you're going back. What are you doing down there?
So we're providing dental care there. So we're going to be going at the end of January, and it's really crazy to believe, but in Haiti there are only 500 dentists for
the entire country.
For the entire country.
Wow.
So if you think about it, the ratio of dentists per the population is the lowest in the whole Western Hemisphere. Like already they're lacking so much in the basic need. So in order for us to go there and just do the simple things that we can do, if it's a cleaning or extractions, it makes such a big difference. And a lot of times they don't go to the dentist because they don't have the access. And not only that, but after the earthquake, a lot of dental offices just got destroyed. So there's no access for them, but they just don't go, and they end up, you know, waiting to the last minute and being in a lot of pain and, you know, having an infection that could cause like major problems.
So you're heading back down there to do some good.
Yeah, we're very excited to be heading back down there.
All right, Dr. Vincent, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Letting us know the importance of oral health care. For more information, you can call 1-800-ASPEN Dental or check out the website aspendental.com. Stay with us. A lot more Connecticut Style coming up after the break.
Hi, I'm Bob Alvine.
And I'm Jeff Fox, here with great news.
Introducing Premier Kia. Kias start as low as $12,797.
And all are backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Premier Kia, Route 1, Brantford.
At Stressless and Sabre Country Barn, we know the body molds itself into whatever object supports it. But that's opposite how it should be. Comfortable furniture molds itself to your body, not the other way around. We design our stressless furniture to do just that, which might explain why getting up from one is as rejuvenating as sitting down in the first place. Now, buy any stressless seat at Sabre Country Barn and receive credit toward additional purchases. Located at 2 Main Street off I-95 in Old Saybrook.
Victims of situations in which they have been injured through no harm of their own are entitled to full and complete compensation for all of their injuries and losses.
We don't charge a fee unless we recover for the client.
A good lawyer has to be willing to aggressively pursue the claim of the client and to understand what the client's needs are. At Buckley & Wynn, that's what we do.
We urge everybody that believes that they've had an injury and may have a case, call us.
Hi, I'm Bob Alvine.
And I'm Jeff Fox, here with great news.
Introducing Premier Kia. Kias start as low as $12,797.
And all are backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Premier Kia, Route 1, Brantford.
We wanted to remind you about the upcoming Mark My Words, an evening with Baldacci, Grisham, and Picot, Wednesday, October 19th at 8 o'clock at Woosley Hall in New Haven. It's all to benefit the Mark Twain House and Museum. All the information is right there on your screen.
And as a special bonus, we are giving away autographed copies of these authors' books. Just go to ConnecticutStyle.tv and enter to win. And we're back in the kitchen here, ready to eat some oysters. And
this is like a seafood extravaganza today. I love this.
Aphrodisiac.
That's exactly right, Dr. TC. Very good.
Help yourselves.
Okay, so how do you want to show? Are some of them already shucked?
Yeah, right
okay.
there.
Oh, very good.
I want a cold one on ice with that Bloody Mary sauce. How about
you want that one? Okay,
Bloody Mary sauce. There we go.
Girl who knows what she wants.
Exactly.
Dr. TC, I'm going to give this to you. You try that.
All right, I'll try that one. There
you want the sauce on there?
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Hey,
You're all right
this
with
is
the sauce?
terrific.
Oh, this is great.
No asparagus here, TC.
No asparagus. No asparagus.
Very good. All right. We want to thank all of our guests today. Dr. T.C. Brantley, Dr. Shatsi Vincent, and of course, Mitch Marin and Carlos Casar from Fresh Salt.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank you for having us.
Delicious.
We'll have some more.
Fantastic. Hey, make it a great day. See you tomorrow.
All right, I'm going to have the lobster. Is that all right, Carlos?